Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Oh, I gotta hold 1 second. 1 second, everybody. But good morning. Like the video as you come in. One more moment. Okay. I had to plug up my headphones, y'all. But good morning. Y'all, I started the live stream and didn't even have my headphones plugged in. And then it looked like my StreamYard done changed the default, which is so weird. Cause every now and then when I will get on my StreamYard, I will have this issue where I will see it has changed. And I'm getting sick of that. Getting sick of it. Hold on, let's see. I gotta change my style. Yeah, my style is this. And it should be this. There we go. There we go. Y'all saw how my name was blue down there when my name ain't normally blue. It's supposed to be a black box down there. But okay. Sorry about that. I had to make sure that that was right. But I hope that everybody's doing well as well this morning. It is Wednesday and I wasn't sure what I was going to come to y'all to discuss when I got up probably about an hour ago. I kind of scrolled through to see what lives I had missed throughout the night. I saw ODS did his late night live. I saw Lemon on that panel. Something about Lemon and Krista, and then Landlord and Krista trying to pay for a trip for her and Landlord. Then ODS told Lemon that I guess Landlord was over at Glitter Boots cussing Krista out. So I think Lemon left ODS link to try to go to Glitter Boots to see about Krista getting cussed out by Landlord related to some trip. So it seems, y'all, they saying that Krista and Landlord once upon a time must have been serious about whatever canoodling they had, and they had planned the trip. Y'all, all this is allegedly just based on what I gathered. What's good, Mahaya? Good morning. Good morning, Mahaya. I'm actually happy you up in here because last week for my birthday, it was a few haters in this sector that really gave me strife for coming to your channel for my birthday cash apps. But y'all see, this is Mahaya up in my life. Mahaya comes over here from time to time to support. So no, he didn't mind me coming over there to let his audience know it was my birthday. Thank you for dropping through, Mahaya. Thank you. You know, they were just so upset. The nerve of me to go over to Mahaya's. The nerve of me. And I guess they was like, well, you ain't never went over there before. Yes, I have. Most of the time I used to go to Mahaya's, them men would argue with me. So I had to stop going over there. But thank you for joining me, Mahaya. And good morning, Miss Douglas. Good morning. Y'all, when I would go to Mahaya's, I would piss off his friends. His friends would get pissed off every single time I went over there. So I just had to stop going over there as much. But I would still support, but I just couldn't get up on the link. But good morning, Miss Douglas. So yeah, allegedly there was some type of trip that Krista planned to go with Landlord. And I guess Lemon is acting pissed off about it because Krista ain't tried to plan the trip with him. Or Krista ain't tried to plan to go anywhere with him or meet him or something. I don't know. That whole situation seems so fake to me when it comes to them that it's really hard for me to report to y'all about it. But I'm telling y'all, when I started at ODS, that's what I was hearing. Then as I listened, I saw Krista had done some type of live in the middle of the night, and I saw her and Tracy on the panel talking about this whole money situation. Something about $75. And Lemon is acting upset and outraged that the nerve of Krista to give landlord $75 for a trip. I guess they was gonna go on vacation together. Good morning, Scorpio and Cindy. Good morning, VA Sagittarius. Good morning, everybody. I guess they was gonna, I don't know, have a rendezvous. But why Lemon really acting like he mad about it? Lemon don't give a damn. I don't even believe that Lemon truly want to meet Krista, because if he had wanted to meet Krista, he would have made an effort to meet her already. If he truly wanted to meet Krista, he would have, instead of him trying to do a lemonication, he would be trying to plan to go and meet up with Krista. Or, I mean, I was about to say go visit Krista. Krista stay in New York, but y'all, I keep forgetting she said upstate New York. So upstate New York ain't the funnest part of New York, from what I heard. I think she live up there like by Buffalo and stuff, where it snows a lot. So maybe Lemon wouldn't be interested in going there. But either way, just the way they played, well, it seemed like Lemon was playing in Krista's face and leading Krista on. Because this whole idea of Krista potentially going on a vacation with landlord gave Lemon the reason to be so dramatic and feel so betrayed, and it's gonna give him even more of a reason to be disrespectful and mean to Krista. We already see he be disrespectful and mean to her over there altogether. But definitely now that he has this whole $75 down payment for a vacation with landlord somewhere, now that he got that up in his mind, y'all watch, he's gonna become even more verbally abusive. Speaking of verbal abuse, y'all, these fools really want me to make amends and come around and do a panel with them. Y'all, I shook my head at that. I shook my head at it. So a couple of days ago, I was at Pizarro's in the bushes, listening. Pizarro and Ness done their frenemy thing, where now they around each other. And you know, it's quite fascinating to me how just last month Ness was over there saying that she'll spit on me and Pizarro. Ness was over there saying that me and Pizarro was dead to her, that she don't watch our content, that we some boring hoes. You know, she was saying all these things, and now she over there keying on the panel with Pizarro. I just sit back in disbelief, and I laugh a little bit, but I just sit back in disbelief. Well, they done got so much with this whole key and when that's coming over there to the spaceship now, that now they were talking about the idea of some type of frenemies panel. Good morning, Dreamy Jeannie. Good morning, Ray Triggs, moderator. They were talking about this frenemies panel in which certain people in the beef sector could be a part of the panel. They said for me to be a part of the panel, and they said that this panel might be able to revive the beef sector and give more content in the beef sector. Now, first off, them bitches got to be out of their motherfucking minds if they think I'm about to do a panel with them. And y'all see, which I don't have nothing against Pizarro. I don't. Pizarro done banned me off her panel. Well, the lady done banned me off Pizarro's panel, and she weird. That lady is weird. I wonder if that lady got a mental illness, whoever it is. But I'm not interested in being on the spaceship panel. I'm not interested in being on Ness panel. And I always notice that Ness love to do these like panels, and she like to call them rotating panels, where the panel will have a set date and time every week, and then it could be hosted on different people's channels. I done been there, done that with Ness, and I don't get what she don't get in her thick ass mind. That's what I think might be mental illness as well, because I'm like, girl, are you mentally ill? These hoes really think that in my 39th year that I'm going to play around with them like that? No, bitch. I'm not. They so sure that I'm ready to be back up on the spaceship. No. When I turned 39, y'all, I made up in my mind that any platform or panel where I felt mistreated or disrespected, I was no longer going to frequent in my 39th year. That's what I said. That includes Pizarro's panel. Now, Pizarro is welcome to come over here anytime. Anytime. But me going over there, no thank you. That includes ODS's panel. ODS is more than welcome to come over here at any time. But I'm not going over there. And it damn show includes Nest's panel. The difference is Nest is not welcome to come over here at any time. Nest got me all the way fucked up because just at the beginning of this year, because when my friend died of the domestic violence, and I was trying to do rotating panels with Nest even then, earlier this year, had to been February, March, around that time. The rotating panel was just to get me back on Nest's channel. Let's call a spade a spade. Nest know damn well that I bring entertainment and that I bring a great sense of humor. And she want me back over there. But bitch, we not gonna disguise you want me back over there as a rotating panel. No, I'm not interested. You stay over there, I'm gonna stay over here. Same thing applies to Lemon too. I have no interest or desire of being at Lemon's panel. And would y'all believe on YouTube cameras yesterday, Lemon was up there telling them that he got a secret surprise for them because he was going to be unblocking somebody and bringing somebody back to his panel. And the gag is, for me, I be listening in the bushes of these people talking about unblocking and unbanning me and how they automatically assume that, yes, I'm going to be on their panel. I'm thinking to myself, bitch, you didn't ask me. You didn't ask me if I wanted to be on your shit. Honestly, you ain't even asked me if I forgave you for the fuck shit that you did. You ain't, but I wonder if that's a mental illness, that they got it so fixated up in their minds that automatically, just because they ready for me to be back over there, that I'm supposed to be running back over there. Bitch, that ain't how this work. That ain't how this work. And good morning to CEO Little Boss Lady. Good morning, Asia. I heard Lemon making this whole hyped up grand reveal about him unblocking somebody. Had YouTube cameras panel guessing about who might be returning, only for me to glance down at my phone and see my name running through that chat. J.Dunn, 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 J.Dunn. What? Motherfucker, you ain't asked J.Dunn if she want to be on your ragged ass shit. You ain't asked me a fuck thing. And if we gonna be honest, I don't want to be over there any longer. In my 39th year, I don't want to do anything that doesn't serve me. And that includes sitting on the panel over at Lemon's. The time that I've spent away from these people's panels, y'all, has allowed me to analyze what goes on those panels from the outside looking in. And when you are actually able to get perspective of what's actually happening on these panels, you really don't want no parts with it. I clicked on YouTube camera's link to go ahead and correct Lemon and let him know he don't have to worry about unblocking me or unbanning me. No, because y'all, let's not forget, this the same motherfucker that acted butt hurt and crazy about a P-bomb. Remember, this is the same motherfucker that was talking about he was about to go to the courts on me and all this, which I knew he wasn't. Remember, this the same motherfucker that did all of that complaining. And now, I guess because the money is dry, you want me to be over there? No. Not only that, I don't got time to be up on your panel for you to call me a bitch and a hoe. And would you believe that on YouTube cameras yesterday, when I clicked that link and I told him no, I told them no. I said, you ain't got to worry about, don't unblock me, don't unban me, don't worry about it. Y'all, he felt some type of way, kind of got mad. Then he wanted to say that I was mad. I'm not mad at nothing at all. Before I know it, he had called me and Pizarro 2 bitches. And I told him, I said, see that right there? I said, that's why I want to be up on your panel. I ain't going to get over there up on your panel for you to call me a bunch of bitches like you've been doing Tracy and Krista. Hell no. No. I said, you've been doing fine without me. Keep it that way. Now, keep it that motherfucking way. Let's be real. They all just really want to cash out for a drop down. Let's be real about it. That's what they want. They pockets itching. Next got this vacation coming up. Vacation where she already begging. That's why she want to bring me back over here. I'm motherfucking stupid. She got this whole damn vacation while these people about to come and visit her and all this stuff. And now she running around here begging because she want to go to James Cruise. And it costs $1,500 to go on James Cruise. So that's why you want me over there. No. But yeah, Lemon, I ain't trying to get over there to be called no bag of bitches. I don't want to go over there and play with no drunks. And that's what I had to realize. When it comes to Lemon and Ness specifically, in my day-to-day life, anybody who does any type of drug, whether it's a mushroom, whether it's a mushroom, ain't no telling what else, y'all, but I don't know what all it is, but recently it's a mushroom. Anybody that's doing some drugs in my real life, I don't even be around the motherfuckers. But yet these people through my computer think that I should clamor to be around them on the computer. Y'all, I really had to sit back and get perspective of this. I don't be around drunks in life at all. And Lemon don't do nothing but get pissy and belligerently drunk and cuss everybody out over there. And he thinks that I'm supposed to be happy. Oh, yeah, I can't wait, Lemon. Unban me. Unblock me. Let me hurry up and get up there so that you can call me a fat black bitch. Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait. Hell no. Good morning, Capney. Y'all. I ain't got time for Ness's panel because Ness is wishy-washy. She flip-floppy. And not only that, she always expect me to sit on panels with folks that I don't sit on panels with. Remember, the last time earlier this year when I was over there at Ness's, we fell out because she didn't know how to respect my boundaries. Remember, I had just got some false strikes up on my channel. Fake ass, false ass strikes. And I didn't want to deal with the person who was putting the fake false strikes on my channel. And I damn sure ain't want to deal with a glitter boot. And that's expecting me to sit with these motherfuckers. She didn't want to respect my boundaries. I think she thought that I forgot about the reason why we fell out the last time is because she didn't know how to respect the bitch boundaries. Bitch, if you cannot respect my boundaries on your platform, bitch, I ain't missing nothing over there. Don't want to be over there. You understand me? Good morning, Sassy Francis. Good morning, everybody. That was the bulk of our fallout, is her not wanting to respect my boundary. And if you ain't want to respect my boundary earlier this year, you damn sure ain't gonna respect my boundary now. No, thank you. Y'all, I just feel like it's a repeat of the same old thing. And it baffles me for them to really think that I'm just sitting around waiting on them to change their mind. Bitch, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you for you to really fix up in your damn mind that I'm sitting around waiting on y'all to realize my value, to appreciate what I bring? Who the fuck are you? These motherfuckers act like people be standing up in the line wrapped around the corner waiting to get mistreated. No, thank you. That's not the season that I'm in right now. And I'm especially not going to allow y'all to disturb my peace. No. Remember, Ness was encouraging Lemon to go to the cops and all this kind of stuff behind the P-bomb. Remember? And now they're ready to play nice. What? On what planet? Yes, I'm nice. Yes, I'm kind. But I'm also a motherfucking Virgo. You only got so many times to play with me. So many times. And I think a lot of y'all time done ran up. So no, thank you. No, thank you. Now, y'all, like I said, Pizarro is welcome over here anytime. ODS is welcome over here anytime. It's a lot of people that they welcome over here. And like the main people whose channels I go to, I'm going to still go to those. I'm still going to go to other people's panels, y'all. Just not the ones that want to deal with mistreating. Thank you, Tony, for contributing to my goal. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, yes. So, thank you, Tony. So, okay, y'all. One thing too that I was noticing about, the people, for whatever reason they trying to change their mind and do a rotating panel and all of this kind of stuff. I'm like, what I've noticed is ever since Ness went back to the spaceship, y'all, why Brooke going over there now? But then when we sit here and call out the obvious that Brooke and Intrinsic are two following bitches, they swear we lying. But I kid y'all not as show as Ness had to click that link over there on the spaceship. The one time Brooke clicked it, probably the very next day, getting up there, following Ness. Because Ness and Pizarro back in good spirits with each other, here come Brooke. Because Ness and Pizarro back in good spirits, now here come Intrinsic. When she decide to limp her botched BBL self back up on here, she gonna be over there. I don't like that bullshit. I'm like, y'all really just gonna follow the bitch? If I had told Ness yes about this panel, I kid you not, Brooke and Intrinsic would have brought they sloppy, slouchy asses over here up in my chat, coming over here being up on my link. I ain't playing with them with that stupid ass shit. Especially not when Intrinsic damn near 50. I love how people try to say that I'm damn near 40, which I'm in my 39th year. So now that would be a fact. It treats is damn near 50. Brooke damn near 50 and they falling around behind Ness and they don't like you because Ness don't like you. Then once Ness like you again start coming around, now here they come. Hell no, bitch. I slam my door in all y'all faces. No. And I ain't about to be faking phony doing no damn rotating panel. Now, while I was listening to ODS's, y'all, I was listening to Lemon up there. And y'all know how my mind, I analyze every single thing. I'm very analytical. That's one of my best traits. And I heard Lemon up there, y'all know how Lemon love to speak like everybody else. He loves to steal everybody else's catchphrases. He steals everybody else's mannerisms, even to the point of stealing Rick Reed's laugh. I noticed him getting up on links saying, "Hi, how in the hell are ya?" Stealing from me. He make his rounds, stealing everybody's shit. And he used it on his own platform. So I'm listening to him in ODS and I'm just hearing him just using everybody else's dialect. And I said, that's gotta be a mental illness. Could it be? Could that be a mental illness? So y'all know my inquisitive ass took out my handy dandy laptop and I got the researching. Y'all. And this right here, I want to say shout out to Charlie Sending Love. People don't support Charlie Sending Love too much up on her channel, but I do support her channel. And typically on Wednesday, she does have a segment called Wellness Wednesday. On Wednesdays, Charlie get over there and she be talking about health and wellness over there up on the channel. She be exploring all types of stuff. So I want to say shout out to Charlie. It's weird that I ended up thinking like this and doing this research today on a Wednesday. But when I realized it was Wednesday, it made me think about Charlie's segment Wellness Wednesday. If y'all got time, definitely check out Charlie. She is always here supporting everybody. But yeah, she definitely does a Wellness Wednesday. But okay. Either way, let's go ahead and get us some knowledge this morning. And please like my video if you haven't. That's all I ask. Y'all, would you look here? Would you look here? Look here? Look here. I got to show y'all my findings. I typed in Google about stealing other people's mannerisms and laughs. Let's go ahead and explore what I found. Stealing others' mannerisms and laughs can refer to the chameleon effect, a subconscious and normal act of mimicking others' behavior to build social connection, or more problematic instances of imitation seen in certain psychological conditions or personality traits, such as narcissism or personality disorder. The context and intent behind the mimicry determine whether it is a harmless social tool or a sign of deeper issues. What y'all think about that? Quite fascinating, right? Don't we see him steal people's accents, steal people laugh, steal people jargon? One day he from LA, the next day he from Baltimore, the next day he from the Bronx, New York, the next day he from South Mississippi like me. But let's keep taking a gander at this. So Normal subconscious mimicry, which is the chameleon effect. The chameleon effect describes the non-conscious mimicry of others' postures, mannerisms, facial expressions, and behaviors. This passive and unintentional mirroring of others can occur in any social environment. It's often a natural way to build social rapport and gain social acceptance or positive regard from others. You might find yourself unconsciously adopting a friend's gestures, speech patterns, or even their way of laughing after spending enough time with them. Y'all know. But meanwhile, Lemon will get over there and try to drag Rick Reed and say he don't even watch Rick Reed. He don't even watch Rick Reed. He didn't know that Rick Reed had a channel. He didn't know that Rick Reed go live. But meanwhile, you clearly know because you done already took that man entire laugh. And everybody know it. And it say you take their way of laughing after spending enough time with them, which means you don't watch so many of his videos. Now you laughing like him. You don't watch so many of my interactions. Now you saying hi. How in the hell are you? This form of mirroring is normal and not a cause for concern, serving as a fundamental aspect of social interaction. However, this is the good part. Problematic mimicry. Now, this is where it gets juicy. And on the record and for the record, I am not diagnosing anyone. I am not licensed to diagnose anyone. I am just reading what Google said based on researching this particular phenomenon that I've been witnessing on YouTube via Lemon. More extreme forms of mimicking can manifest in individuals with certain personality disorders who might copy another person's behaviors, speech, and mannerisms due to a distorted self-image. Distorted self-image. Lack of authentic self. In severe cases, a person might develop a strong attachment to another's personality to the point of believing that they are that person, adopting their life experiences or even relationships. Motivations. This behavior can sometimes be an attempt to gain social status or attention, particularly in the case of copycats on social media, where they may feel entitled to replicate behaviors they observe in public domains. Wouldn't y'all say Lemon is a copycat? I mean, he is a copycat in every sense of the word, ain't he? Ain't he though? Yeah. What to do? Self-reflection. Evaluate the context and intent behind the mimicry. Is it a natural connection or is it a compulsive or unhealthy behavior? Hopefully Lemon watches my replay, y'all. Hopefully he does. Look at this. Seek professional guidance. If the mimicry is extreme, persistent, or causing you distress, consider speaking with a mental health professional to explore potential underlying causes and develop strategies for managing the behavior. Let the video alone for the fact that y'all learning something here. At least y'all know when y'all come over here with me, I teach you something. I teach you something over here. I ain't law roasted. Hell no. I'm not lying on nobody. Hell no. But I'm teaching you. We learning together. You understand me? Because there always, in my mind, I feel that there always has to be some explanation for some of this fuckery that I see around here. Some of this fuckery, I'm like, there's got to be an explanation for that. And that's the explanation I was able to find via Google this morning. Now, could it be a mental illness? The busting out laughing, moving from accent to accent, the evil, then acting like a baby, and people like, let me. Yo, I peeked in over there up on his show, and I saw he was up there cussing and fussing at Tracy and them over there. And Tracy was like, no lemon babes, no lemon babes. And Tracy was being so nice and gentle with him while he lashing out, belligerent and cussing. Or y'all, that deep, fake ass, diabolical laugh that he do. That's weird. Could it be a mental illness? Thank you to everybody coming in. Let me check to see what y'all said, because I was reading. Let's see what y'all said. Let's see. So Ray Trigg said, interesting. Scorpio Ascendant cannot stand me. Miss Douglas said, I need to go and fix me some coffee to finish listening to this. I'm putting you on the TV so I could turn you up. Well, thank you, Miss Douglas. I appreciate it. Dreamy said, tell it done. And then Asia said he had 3 accents in the same sentence. 3 accents in the same sentence last night. Yo, could that be a mental illness? Now, see, you know, you hear people always trying to throw shade at other people here on YouTube and say that people have untreated mental illness. You hear people say that a lot. But I'm a firm believer that you just can't be using that all willy-nilly. No, untreated mental illness, maybe yes. But think about the amount of times that y'all tune in and watch untreated mental illness for 10 to 12 hours at a time every night. And y'all just sit there and watch it. Makes me wonder if that's the reason why he get the numbers that he get. Because all of y'all asses is over there in the wee hours of the night watching untreated mental illness. But then he want me to come back over there. He want me to be back over there. Y'all, Asia said, "Dunn, I was laughing so hard with all the accents last night. It was wild." Lord. And y'all was all talking about his eyeball and talking about his teeth and all this. Now, y'all must know that if he ain't going to get his eyeball situated, y'all, what make y'all think he going to go get his mind? What make y'all think he going to actually go get his mind situated? If he ain't going to get that tooth, that side tooth that's missing, the side of his mouth situated, now what make y'all asses think he actually going to get his mind and mental health situated? I mean, I'm asking. I'm asking. Y'all, I posted on my community wall last night because Diva Tomboyish had shared a post from Sir King's from 2021, and it had Lemon's old profile picture, and even in his old profile picture, y'all, he was covering that dead eye. The eye that we saw that was wandering and rolling when he camped up that night. He was covering that eye in his profile picture all the way back then. And I remember him having that avatar all the way back then. But I honestly thought he was posing for the picture. I had no clue that he was taking the picture in that manner to hide his eye. I had no idea. And actually, let me show you. Let me show you what I'm talking about on my community wall. Let's go to my community wall. Because I could show you better than I could tell you, y'all. I could show you better than I can tell you. And let me see if I can blow this up. I hate when it's time for me to share on my community wall with y'all because it be so hard for me to get this mess to blow up. Here we go. Look at this. This is his old avatar when he used to be over there with Sir King. Look. This is the avatar he used to have on Sir King. And y'all see, he is covering that dead eye. So he's been having problems with this eye. It made me wonder if it truly was a birth defect. He been having problems with this eye, covering this eye for years. Y'all, I just wanted to show you this right here. Because again, Diva Tomboyish is over there finding old ass clips. And when she reposted the clip, I noticed that and I had to go ahead and get that picture. But okay, we're going to move on about his eye. We're going to move on from that. We're going to move on from that. Now, one other thing, too, that I wanted to talk about is, y'all, so unfortunately, I found myself having to correct Ness all last week for my birthday week. Ness said that I don't have family. My family don't call me. She accused my auntie who called to sing me happy birthday as being a paid subscriber who called me to tell me happy birthday. Just recently, when it comes to this vacation that she got going on, she alleged that the only time I went on vacation is when Sean paid for my trip to go on vacation. And that's the only time that I gone. Y'all, I for the life of me, sometimes I just sit there and I wonder why in the hell she lied the way she do. Like, why? Good morning, damn my opinion. I be thinking, why do you lie? You just sit around and just lie about any old thing, and it baffles me how her audience will eat up those lies. But then she'll lie in so many different ways on me, then turn around and have the audacity to want me to do a rotating panel with her and Pizarro. After the way that you done lied to me or lied on me, the way that you done lied on me, the way that you try to discredit any and everything, and you think I want to be on the rotating panel with you for you to just be able to do that? No. Not only that, but again, a rotating panel on your channel would mean that you could just put people up on that panel all willy-nilly with me that I don't want to be with. Because you don't know how to respect my boundaries. You forgot? You still don't know how to respect my boundaries. No. When I got to thinking about her and how she always lied, I was thinking to myself, first off, I honestly feel like I'm the lesbian that she wished she could have been. I am the lesbian that Ness wished she could have been. She wishes she could have been out of the closet at the age of 14 like me. She wishes that she could have lived her truth. And I'm like, well, she is Haitian, so maybe Haitians don't believe in homosexuality. So that's why she was being straight and then had a baby and then did all this stuff. Long story short, I just feel like she's jealous. I'm highly educated, and they say I'm not educated at all. I've been employed for years, and they say that I'm unemployed. I talked to my family regularly and visited them often prior to the pandemic let's say I don't have no family at all. They don't love me. Anything that I say, if I say left, Ness gonna say right. And I had to scratch my head about that. I'm like, what would cause somebody to do that all the time? Is it jealousy? And I hate always blanketing stuff into, oh, they jealous. Because I hear that a lot too here in the beef sector on YouTube. Anytime somebody do something or say something that you just can't understand or grasp, a lot of times you'll hear people say that the person is jealous. The person is jealous, the person is hating all of this. But yeah, I think that's too easy of an explanation. Albeit a true and factual explanation, that one is just too easy for me. So then, I had to take a look. Y'all ready to learn some more today? Y'all ready to keep learning? Like my video if you are enjoying this educational experience, exploring some of the mannerisms, because so many people say it's untreated mental illness here. So many people say, and I'm just exploring the possibilities, And again, I am not a medical professional and I am not here to diagnose anyone. I just wanted to do my research and my due diligence to see, well, what about this? Could this be a mental illness? And this is what I found. Let's go. Let's go. And like my video. Donate to my goal if you can, but definitely like my video and share my video. Thank you. So, when you convince yourself that others are lying to make yourself feel better, it is a form of self-deception. This psychological phenomenon can serve as a defense mechanism to protect your ego and avoid uncomfortable truths. Look at this, y'all. This is the reason why she lied and say I don't have family when she know that I do. She lied and say I'm uneducated and I'm dumb when she know that ain't true. She lied and say that I don't that I don't work when she know that to be untrue. Y'all look. Okay, let's explore this. Psychological terms for this behavior. Self-deception or self-delusion. The act of convincing yourself or something that is not true, often by ignoring or rationalizing away contradictory evidence. Speaking of such, Ness said that I had never gone on any vacations before. My only vacation that I went to was Sean Bradley's show, and no one liked me. I don't go anywhere. I go nowhere with people. No one is around me. All of this hogwash. So I proceeded to post my beautiful vacation pictures, collages, and that's just a couple of them. That's not all of them. Because let's not forget, I used to travel as well while working in production. So I got to go all over the place for my production gigs. But this is what she said. I put my collage of photos with me and this one girl that I was dating at this particular time, me and another girl that I was dating at this particular time, had my family. One picture of me solo posted up on the boat because I was on a cruise on a boat. Yeah. Well, and it wasn't like a cruise going like out of the state, but like one of those cruises whenever you're on a vacation and you could be on the cruise for like 3-4 hours and they let you sightsee. Specifically, that one when you saw me on the boat, I was touring Alcatraz in San Francisco. That's where I was. And Alcatraz, it's that prison that most people know of in San Francisco, and it's surrounded by water. So I was on my Alcatraz tour with my family, and they took that picture of me on that boat. But either way, even with that evidence, yesterday in Pizarro's chat, y'all, Ness said that those were my baby pictures. I said, Ness, my baby pictures. I said none of those pictures were of me as a baby. She said they were my baby pictures. They was old. One of the pictures is clear as day have me with my dreads in, and my dreads are braided in the way that I typically wear my dreads. So how old could they be? And they said they was old. Now, the reason why I posted them was to prove a point that I've been on numerous vacations with multiple people, relatives, girlfriends, love interests, all of that, and even sometimes for work. And it was also to prove that I've gone on multiple vacations and never once had to come on YouTube and beg to pay for a flight, never once had to come on the YouTube to beg to get money to pay for where I was going to stay, my hotel. Never once I get on YouTube to beg for money so that I could pay for my dinner. And I was doing all of this traveling with a lovely young lady by my side each and every time. You understand me? You understand? So in essence, I was being a breadwinner, going on vacation, me and the woman that I was with at each particular time. And then to see me with the women that then now you can change your mind and stop even thinking about the fact that I have to date the women on here. Please cut the shit out. But again, when shown evidence, when shown the contradictory evidence, she will still ignore and rationalize. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? And good morning, Barry Addison. So yes, y'all. Now let's continue though. So yeah, the act of convincing yourself of something that is not true, often by ignoring or rationalizing away contradictory evidence. Cognitive dissonance, the mental discomfort experienced when holding two or more contradictory beliefs. One way to resolve this discomfort is by creating justifications, such as believing others are lying, to preserve one's self-image and avoid guilt or inadequacy. Now, y'all, we all know she feels guilt about one main thing in her life, whether she admit it or not. Her lack of being a mother, you know damn well she feel guilt. She guilt-ridden with that. Not only that, her lack of being a mother shows her inadequacy. The inadequacy that she just cannot hide. Even though she is still trying to preserve her own self-image to avoid guilt or inadequacy. The writing is right down the wall. But let's continue. Projection of fault. A defense mechanism where a person projects their own undesirable thoughts, feelings, or faults onto another person. In this case, you might project your own dishonesty or flaws onto others by accusing them of lying. So because she over there in Seattle, always alone, she want to project onto me, always being alone. She over there in Seattle, always alone, so much so that she had to invite all of these YouTube people to come and hang out with her for Halloween, child. Y'all don't hear me. When you that lonely, instead of you inviting your family to come hang out with you for Halloween, you invite people, strangers off YouTube. For the life of me, I don't understand why this trip is being planned And she wasn't trying to make this a family thing so that her son could experience all the stuff that's about to happen. But no, no. She want to invite the YouTube people, not her family. It's interesting, ain't it? Let me come and see what y'all done said over here. Interesting, ain't it? Now, let's go ahead and go. Keep scrolling. So, confirmation bias, the tendency to seek out, interpret, and favor information that confirms your pre-existing beliefs while giving less consideration to alternative possibilities. When you want to believe you are right, you will seek out evidence that supports the idea that others are lying. Now they telling us why this happens. To maintain a positive self-image, by viewing others as dishonest, you can maintain your own self-perception as a good and honest person. Oh my goodness. How many times have y'all been in Nest Lives and she be like, Pizarro is not a good person. J.Dunn is not a good person. They are not good people. They aren't good people. This one is a bad person. Oh, she's an evil person. She's bad. Y'all, I'll be good, goddamn. By viewing others as dishonest, you can maintain your own self perception as a good and honest person, even if your actions suggest otherwise. Y'all, is this not spot on? Is this not spot on? Y'all, it says to avoid difficult emotions. Facing a painful truth can lead to feelings of shame, anxiety, or guilt. Inventing a lie about others can be a short-term coping mechanism that helps you avoid these feelings. To feel a sense of control. When you feel you have little control over your life, creating a narrative where you are the perceptive one and others are the liars can provide a false sense of power. Interesting. To avoid taking responsibility, blaming others allows you to avoid accountability for your own shortcomings or mistakes. If they are the liars, then their actions, not yours, are the root of the problem. Consequences of this behavior. It erodes trust. This habit can create significant issues in your relationships because you are constantly looking for signs of dishonesty, which can make others feel distrusted and invalidated. Prevents personal growth. By denying reality, you limit your own potential. Genuine self-improvement requires an honest look at your flaws and mistakes, which this behavior actively prevents. Deepens self-delusion. While it may provide temporary relief, the habit of deceiving yourself becomes an internal struggle that can make you less authentic and further from the truth. For long-term growth and healthier relationships, it is important to develop the courage to face uncomfortable truths and address the underlying reasons why you need to deceive yourself. Ain't that about a bitch? Where you need to deceive yourself. Good morning. Good morning, Latasha. Good morning, Dr. Nikki, moderator. Ciao. What's good, Room Shaker? I guarantee y'all, after this morning show live, the next time that y'all watch these content creators, y'all going to be watching them with a different lens. A different lens. And again, could it be mental illness? I mean, we hear everybody say everybody got untreated mental illness around here. They love saying that I got untreated mental illness, even though I see my therapist 2 times a month. I think, to be honest, I think I'm the only person around here seeing my therapist 2 times a month. But it's a lot of people that they unemployed, so they don't have insurance. They might be living with their mama, so they ain't got no insurance. And I don't even think they just be going like that. And then you got some people that might be getting treated, but might be compounding the medication that they are on because they doing mushrooms and all these kind of psychedelics and stuff. Some people. But yes, for me to be able to look that up and see that anything that I say on this application is accused to have been a lie just really lets me know where other people are in their own lives. And it's really unfortunate. It's kind of sad. Definitely kind of sad. But yeah, this was my pictures here. Am I trying to share this screen? Yeah, let me share this tab. Yeah, this is what she said was a baby picture. Now, this is me and a grown-ass woman. I don't know. I think we were in Virginia here. But this is my baby picture. This is me and a grown-ass woman. But it's a baby picture. Oh, and actually I have my dreads in this picture. You just can't see. This is me as a grown-ass woman with relatives at DC. This is me as a grown-ass woman. Y'all, sometimes it just don't make no sense. Oh, wait. Let me go back to my screen. Hold on. Let me bring it back. I didn't even realize that y'all couldn't see it because I had my overlay. Let me go back here. So here we go. To put my pictures over here. This is me as a grown-ass woman with another grown-ass woman in Virginia, y'all. On vacation. And I paid for this vacation. We paid for our flight. We paid for our hotel. We paid for the restaurants that we went to. We paid for any transportation that we needed. We paid our money and we didn't come back. This is another one that she say is a baby picture. A baby picture. And if you actually look at this picture, then you will see that I have my dreads. But this is a baby picture to her. With me and another grown-ass woman. This is me in DC with my relatives. This is my grown ass there with my relatives. But she said this is a baby picture too. And this is me on the boat on my Alcatraz tour. I paid for this. San Francisco is not cheap at all. But this is what she considers a baby picture. A baby picture. I'm like, damn, in my baby pictures, what? Damn, my opinion, this overlay was still here, so no, it wasn't you. My bad. My bad, y'all. Damn, my opinion. She said baby pictures because these photos disprove her lies about me having family, about me having relationships, about me traveling, and touch and grab, but specifically about me being self-sufficient and paying for my own things and not needing to do a trip with YouTubers. No, I don't. Remember, it's this whole saying that I don't have any friends and all this kind of stuff. Y'all, you know they love it. I don't have friends. I don't have family. Nobody loves me. All of this hogwash and lies. So the fact that it's right there in black and white up in her face, she would want to deny that. And then just the fact that even let's say these were baby pictures. The fact is I paid for these. The fact is I did not beg to go to these locations, whether I was a baby or not. But I wasn't no baby. But I used my money. You know, I thought you said I was unemployed. I can't be unemployed if I'm traveling. Every single thing and every single lie is disproved by those pictures. So that's why she would just say they were baby pictures. Get the hell out of here and just stop lying. We done already explored what would cause somebody to lie like that. And I honestly hope that everybody who is listening can learn from this live where I was able to present these facts. What's up, 185? Miss Douglas said, I really enjoyed your content this morning. I'm still here, but I'm just going to say have a great day before you end the live. Okay, thank you. You too. Loving Myself said, definitely not baby, but having fun, which throws her a loop. Correct. Not baby pictures at all, girl. I'm like, oh, girl, you would just make up any old thing. Any old thing. And it's so weird to me how somebody could be so bent out of shape about me having the things in life that everybody is supposed to have. Family, friends, companionship, everybody's supposed to have it. But when you build up a lie to your audience for you to think that you are better than because you have this and nobody else does, that's ridiculous and that's ludicrous. It's a plumb fool, actually. Good morning, free thinker. But yeah, so y'all, I don't know what to say about that. I at least did some of the research behind it, but again, I'm not a medical professional, and you see, I didn't diagnose anybody. I haven't specifically said anything. I was just reading about what causes these things, what makes people do this. What's good, Just Lovely? Oh, Just Lovely said we doing a vacation challenge. I guess I will post today. I might do some reels. Just Lovely, do your reels, girl. But it wasn't a vacation challenge. It was just me proving that I did all of that and I didn't come and beg YouTube but down. Y'all didn't even know I was doing all that traveling. And specifically, one of those travel pictures was right before the pandemic started. One of them was. But then once the pandemic started, then I slowed a lot of shit down. But I think a lot of people slowed everything down. Hell, when that pandemic was happening, you would have been a fool to still be out and about all willy-nilly. And what I found out too, I was talking to one of my friends. She was saying that COVID is back on the rise again. Have y'all heard that? I don't be watching the news that much, which I need to do better with that. But I was told that it's on the rise again to where now people are being encouraged to wear the mask. Hey, Riverflow, good morning. People are being encouraged to wear their mask more because oh, Just Lovely said she was on the plane even then. Just Lovely, during that pandemic, I only took Now during the pandemic, that's the only flight that I took was there. The Orlando one with Sean. No, I'm lying. I was about to say the Orlando one with Sean. Hell, the many times that I had to fly back and forth over there to court, that's a lie. So I was on the plane during the pandemic. But I was on the plane during the pandemic because I had to go fly over there to court. That's why I was on the plane. But outside of that, I went on the plane. Then my opinion said, yep, I know a couple of people that have it now. Okay, so it is on the horizon. Okay. Even that right there with me, back and forth to court, because they love to talk about all the court that I had. Well, bitch, how you think I got there? You thought I walked? I had to fly, bitch. I had to fly. And I ain't come to YouTube and say, can y'all pay for my plane ticket? I need donations for my plane ticket. Hell no. I ain't get on here and do no fundraiser for the plane ticket for me to go back and forth there. I wasn't buying one-way plane tickets, you know? Ridiculous. Riverflow said, I never had COVID. Oh, you lucky, Riverflow. I had it twice. Weirdly enough, I had it in 2022. And then I want to say I had it again in 23. But I remember having it twice. But I had already been vaccinated, so it wasn't that bad. I mean, in 2022, when I had it, it was bad, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been, you know, like what other people had. Please like my video. Y'all, I gave y'all a very educational video this morning. I think that if you red ball to the beginning and see this from the beginning and listen to the evidence in the documentation that I showed and presented here, it will give you a different glance and perspective as you continue to watch your favorite content creators here on YouTube. It will honestly give you another lens to view everything. And you're going to ask yourself, could it be a mental illness? Could it be? I think with everybody, the most that I done heard them say over here, they call everybody a narcissist. Oh, this is a narcissist. This is a narcissist. Y'all, they use that term so loosely around here, it gets on my damn nerves. And then sometimes I wonder if that's like the word of the day, narcissist. But y'all, I will tell y'all, I was actually impressed by Pizarro. Was that yesterday? Was it yesterday or Monday? Y'all, Pizarro was up there doing her yelling, screaming commentary as always. And she impressed the hell out of me because Pizarro was up there and had a nerve to say diabolical. Girl, y'all, I set up. I looked at my phone. I said, I know she ain't say diabolical. I said, I know she ain't say diabolical, and she said it correctly. I said, thank you, Duchess. Good morning. And hey, Sage Gage. Yeah, I said, I know. I had to type up in that chat, y'all. I said, diabolical. I said, who taught you that word? I said, Pizarro, you said diabolical. Who taught you that word? Girl, she ain't respond to that comment. She ain't respond. But I was curious to know. Because, you know, she'll fuck up a word in a minute. But she knew diabolical. I said, look at her. Trying to learn a little bit. Trying to grow. But, Pizarro was saying somebody was diabolical, y'all. She even used it in the proper context and everything. So there was that. But outside, the Miss So. Y'all, the Miss So been up in the headlines. She done been bumping heads with people and stuff, and people been bothering Demon Soul. Demon Soul been defensive lately. Good morning, Melissa. Damn, my opinion said there's a few words folk use quite loosely. Demon Soul been up in the news though, and so she did her live yesterday and got her redirect. And that's one thing that I do want to reiterate. When Demon Soul had her live scheduled, y'all, initially that live was supposed to happen on Monday night. And I was supposed to be helping Demon Soul because I was going to do the screen sharing for her because she wanted to review Pizarro's live from earlier that day. However, Demon Soul ended up having some things come up later on that evening. And by the time she reached out to me to ask me about doing it, it was kind of later in the evening. She said, well, I could push it for this time. She said, or do you want to just do it for tomorrow morning? I said, either time is fine. But she ended up deciding to do it for the following morning, which worked for me. So that's what Demon Soul's live was supposed to originally be about, was she was going to be reviewing Pizarro's live, and I was going to get up there and screen share for her, just so that she was basically going to give me the couple of timestamps that she really wanted to, zone in on. And I was just going to screen share, go to the timestamp, play the video, and then pause it and stop it so the Demon Soul could talk. But before that live could be done, Demon Soul went live. And Demon Soul had let me know that she didn't need the screen share. She said, I'm not going to worry about going to the minute marks in the timestamp. She said, don't worry about it, Jake. I said, okay. So she went live to talk about that. And then y'all people just started flooding in her chat with some other shit that had happened on YouTube cameras. So she ended up having to talk about that and talk about a whole bunch of stuff. But she was doing a lot of fighting yesterday. And I wouldn't say that it was necessarily fights that she started. But they say everybody get a turn. I understand the frustration, though, that you have when it seemed like one slip up from your past seemed to follow you year after year after year after year. And I feel like her friendship with Kimmy always seems to follow her in some way or another. And normally it follows her in a negative way. I'm so glad I wasn't friends with him, y'all. So glad I wasn't. But that's all I got for y'all. Let me see what time it is. Yep, I'm right on time. It's 7:30. I could call it quits. Y'all, please like my video if you haven't. Share my video if you have sharing capability. I hope that y'all were able to learn something. Damn, my opinion said it's only 6-something in the morning. I was on a pee break and you got me still here. Oh, damn, my opinion. Well, I'm glad. Well, then I was here for a good goddamn reason. So it just turned 7:30 for me. But hey Keisha Bishop, good morning. But I'm happy I was able to help y'all. Typically try to come to just give y'all something to think about or listen to while y'all getting ready for work or driving to work. And it's crazy because this morning I almost was like, oh, I don't feel like doing anything. But I got to thinking. And that's what made me come on here. I really got to get back consistent like what I was. I think probably around the week before my birthday and then my birthday week, I allowed myself grace to not be as consistent as I normally would be. And I think now I'm trying to break that little habit and get back into being consistent for y'all. Because I used to be here like clockwork, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 a.m. all the time. But once it was getting around my birthday time, y'all, it made me feel a little bit relaxed where I was like, well, let me sleep in. It's about to be my birthday. Let me sleep in. And so I was getting my rest. Sassy Francis said, it's 4:30. I'm going back to sleep. Well, thank you for being here, Sassy Francis. But yeah, well, either way, y'all have a great Wednesday today. We made it to the middle of the work week, and that's good. After we make it through today, we only got 2 more days left. Thank y'all so much for the support. Y'all take care. Be blessed. Don't stress. I will holler at y'all later. Bye.